He stood before me, the man I loved, and told me he was leaving. Just like that. It felt like a total betrayal of everything we had built together. My mind flashed back to all those moments, laughing until we cried in our tiny apartment, sharing cheap pizza on the floor, because we couldn't afford a table yet. I remembered the way he used to look at me, like I was the only person in the entire world. He'd always say, "As long as I have you, I have everything." But I guess somewhere along the way, everything just wasn't enough anymore. He left me for a wealthier partner, and my heart didn't just break, it completely shattered. But through all that pain, a fire ignited inside me. I channeled every ounce of my anger and heartache into my work. I was relentless. I worked day and night, fueled by the memory of his betrayal. And you know what? It paid off. Within a year, my little startup wasn't so little anymore. We became a leader in our field. Then, one day, just as I was hitting my stride, he showed up. Unannounced. He stood there, begging for a second chance, saying he'd made a terrible mistake. And right then, a wicked little idea sparked in my mind. I smiled sweetly and agreed to meet him for dinner at the city's most exclusive, most expensive restaurant. He arrived at the restaurant, beaming, clearly expecting a romantic reunion. But instead of finding me at a table for two, he found me on a stage, in a ballroom packed with hundreds of people. It was my company's annual success party. I could almost hear his thoughts racing. What is this? A surprise party for me? Oh, the delusion. As I stepped up to the microphone to begin my speech, I saw the dawning horror in his eyes. "Tonight, I want to share a story about inspiration," I began, my voice clear and steady. As I told my story, his final words to me echoed in my head. "Love doesn't pay the bills," he had said, his voice so cold. Watching him in the crowd, his face growing paler by the second, I knew he was reliving that exact moment. He probably thought he could just charm his way back into my life. I bet he was thinking, "This is a nightmare. Everyone is looking at me. I have to get out of here." But he was frozen, trapped by the weight of all those eyes. And then, for the grand finale, I pointed him out in the crowd. His mind must have gone blank. She planned this. She planned this all along. That confident smirk he walked in with was gone, replaced by a gaping mouth and a mask of pure horror. Let me tell you, watching his world crumble in front of everyone, that public humiliation was a price far steeper than any money could ever buy. Thanks for listening to my story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.